Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. Alright, so I replied to a video about some Trump supporters. So, this guy gave me a lot, and I gave him a fuck ton more in my reply. And he talked about how facts matters. So to that young man, I appreciate you. And you are 1,000% correct. And I can't change your mind, and I can't make anybody who comes to my channel not be a Trump supporter. Like I said, I don't have a problem with you supporting Trump. I have a problem with your moral compass. Now, to play devil's advocate, I found a video of a Trump supporter being harassed by a Biden supporter. The good news is, they're both white people. So that's good news for me. Alright, because, I have come to accept one thing, and I want to say this as non-racist as possible. White people, y'all have set the bar. It's not very high, except for to each other. No, it's high to some black people or people of color rather, who one, don't accept who they are. Alright? When I was younger, I had a crush on this white girl who couldn't date black boys. I wanted to be white so bad. I wanted to be white so bad so that I could marry this girl. That's not the way the cookie crumbles. And it kind of worked out in my favor because the more I know about this young white girl that I had a crush on, that I put a love letter on her car at her job, the more I've learned about her, the more I see why. And I'm kind of glad that the hands of fate stepped in, and I can't say I've been more blessed in my life to not have married the young lady. Now, she's not a bad person, but I have to question her racial stuff. I can't say she's a racist outright, but she has posted some questionable racist stuff, and I don't want to call her out. I'm not going to call her name. Y'all know I don't do that. But when white people fight white people over white people, I find that shit fascinating. I really do. See, black people, we used to black people fighting black people because we have a color wheel, and black people just can't get along because nobody wants you to succeed when you're black versus black. Alright, trust me, y'all don't have to believe that shit, but it's a fucking true factor in the black community. It's not so bad in the Asian community as it is in the black community. But in the black community, most black people don't want other black people to succeed because they don't want them to have the piece of the pie that they can't obtain themselves. Now, I found this video because that guy kept telling me how facts matter. And like I said, if you are a Trump supporter and you are here, I've got nothing against you personally. I have something against your moral compass because you don't want to see the fact that Trump's a racist. That's where this ends. However, he did mention that facts matter. And I have 2 videos where I've seen Biden supporters go after Trump supporters. So he's correct there. And when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. Except for I'm not exactly 1,000% wrong. Not 1,000% right, no one ever is, most of the time. Okay, that's wrong. Some of us are very on point with things. Other people just haven't caught up. So this big lady here is at this Trump supporter's house, causing problems. The video is 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Profanity. It's called free speech.
Okay, well.
It starts off fairly nice.
What's your name? I have grandchildren.
What's your name?
Rhonda.
And why don't you have a mask on? You're this close to my house.
Oh,
Put a mask on. Put a mask on. Not a mask. You're the reason.
Get your sign down. I'm going to report you to the police department.
Please do. And you know what? You're the reason everyone is sick. Do not come to my house thinking you're going to do anything about my house and my right to freedom of speech.
You know what?
Goodbye.
You can have freedom of speech, but you shouldn't use profanity.
Bye.
Okay.
That's not how freedom of speech works. I don't care where you live at. Goodbye. You need to leave my house right now. I will call the police. Goodbye.
I am your neighbor, and
I don't care. Goodbye. And I don't want to be friends with you. Goodbye. You're a Trump supporter. I don't need my child to have love from you. Goodbye. You're a Trump supporter. Goodbye.
We're to love our neighbors, and I
don't believe in God, so goodbye.
I totally
goodbye.
got this wrong.
You need to leave. You're going to be famous. I'm putting you all over the internet. Goodbye.
You can do that.
Call the cops too. Call the cops.
But you shouldn't.
Get off my property. Get off my property. Bye.
Goodbye.
Apparently, I am wrong. I thought this was the other way around.
You use such hatred.
Goodbye. Get off my property.
So bad for you.
Get off my property.
Okay, so this sign, I totally misread. It says, Karen tells her neighbor to take down her F Trump flag off her home. I totally misread this thing. Totally misread this. So let me apologize to the guy that I was trying to apologize to. Apparently, I got this shit twisted. And facts do matter, as I have to correct myself. I thought that the lady at the door was the Biden supporter. Obviously, the lady at the door was a Trump supporter who really wanted to come down on the lady with the F Trump sign in her yard. My mistake. On the positive point is that they're all white people. So, you know, that's going to be something that they have to deal with, and I don't, because I don't live there. But in my defense, I literally totally misread this sign. I'm sorry. So, shit happens. You know, freedom of speech, I guess.
It's called free speech.
Apparently, I totally misread that, and I should be a little bit more grounded at the things I read before I go making videos. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. Facts do matter. My facts were wrong, because I thought that the Trump supporter was the one being harassed by a Biden supporter. Obviously, I misread the byline. Who knew?